Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Oakland Baseball Notebook. My name is Neal Ruhl, the broadcast voice of the Golden Grizzlies, and right now, as per usual, we're joined by the head coach, Jordon Banfield, here. And Jordon, look, there's a couple of things certainly that I want to get to. We'll recap the last weekend series, also a big series, home opening series against UIC this weekend, but some news dropping from the baseball program here in just a couple of minutes. You know, as we discuss it here, Brandon Deans will be named Horizon League Pitcher of the Week. And look, Jordon, the first day that you and I spoke, the second day that you and I spoke, the third day that you and I spoke, you said that this whole thing, for it to go the way you want it to go, you need a centerpiece that's out there on the hill. And certainly Brandon has been that, and he's the Horizon League Pitcher of the Week, and he's a good centerpiece to start with, isn't he?
Yeah, Brandon's done a really, really good job. I think I've said it a couple times. You know, he's the guy on the roster that's made the most progress from the start of the fall to now. I mean, if you go back, and obviously he's only a freshman and it was a short year, but you look at his numbers last year. Walked a lot of guys, and his stat line isn't pretty. And this year it's about as pretty as it gets. So credit to him in that respect. He's done what it takes. He's really bought into what him and Coach McKinney have been working on. And just made himself into a totally different guy. And some of that's getting older, but most of that's just the work and commitment to making some changes and doing some things differently. And he's been awesome. He's super competitive, and he's proven that we can trust him. And I hope he keeps it up, because we're going to need it. He won it this week. I think he's probably deserved it before. Thought Hayden deserved it once. It's good to see him get the recognition that he deserves for how he's been throwing the ball this year.
And it always goes back to what you told me from day one, throwing strikes, man. You just kind of work backwards from throwing strikes. But, as you guys do get ready to roll against UIC, let's back it up, go back to last weekend, because it plays into this weekend's matchup against UIC, I think. You guys sitting in the same spot in the Horizon League standings right now. But as you back it up to last weekend, probably not the start that you guys wanted to get off to. Just take us through that and how things worked out for you.
Yeah, kind of 2 weekends in a row, honestly. Come out on Friday, get a win in really different ways. This Friday we dominated the game the whole way. It was never really in doubt from the first inning on. And then we come out on Saturday morning, and I think Hayden's got it. I don't think he gave up a hit going into the fifth. We make a defensive mistake to open up that inning, and they hit 3 ground balls in a row through the infield, and we messed up a first and third play. Pretty soon it's 4-4, and we lose on a walk-off. I'll call it an error. It's definitely runner's interference, which they told us after the fact, but we lost that game. The last play of the game wasn't, while I did decide it, we gave that one away, and then rolled into Saturday afternoon and lost another 1-run game. I think that's 5 for us on the year now. I'm sorry, Sunday was another 1-run game. Saturday afternoon, we got beat. Their kid did a good job. And we just aren't doing enough things to win games right now. We're playing fine most of the time and making big mistakes in big spots. If you look at our numbers offensively, we're fine. On the mound, we're mostly fine. And we play bad defense right now, and that needs to get better, especially in the big spots. And we'll get it there. Our kids are doing the right stuff. They're working as hard as they possibly could. They're competing. We've just got a ways to go in some aspects, but I believe in our guys, and if we play good, we'll win a lot of baseball games, and we've shown that if we don't play good, we'll lose too. So I'm excited about that going into this weekend and getting a chance to get it rolling, because we've got 32 league games ahead.
Absolutely. There certainly is a long road. There's no question about that. But that starts with the home opening series this weekend against UIC. Friday's game scheduled for ESPN Plus, so people will be able to watch that as well. But, as you look at it, Jordon, this matchup with UIC, and certainly I guess you would say as far as Horizon League Baseball goes, they're one of the quote-unquote blue blood programs, certainly as of late. They've had a great track record of success. However, this season is not going the way that they wanted it to go. So at the same time, certainly that is surprising, but there are no pity parties here. I mean, this is big for you guys. It's a big opportunity for you, A, to bounce back from what you just talked about last weekend, and B, to say, hey, I know you guys are UIC and stuff like that, but we're out there on the field too, and we got places we need to get to too. So this is huge. I know you said there's 30 plus league games left, but this is very big, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the league, it's pretty obvious. Wright State separated themselves from everybody else. And my view as an outsider, it's sort of been that way for a little while now. They do a great job, and they've shown that they're better than everybody else. Doesn't mean they can't be beat on any day, but as a program, they're at a different level than everybody else right now. I don't have a problem saying that. But everybody else, I mean, shoot, the teams that we've played are I think next in line at this point, and everybody else has basically shown that if they play good, they can win, and if they play poorly, they can lose. So I think that most games going in would be looked at as toss-ups. Yeah, UIC has certainly, probably been the number 2 in the league, for the recent history. And they've played a tough schedule. I mean, they had Vanderbilt in the non-con. They had 4 against Wright State last weekend. I wouldn't take their record to mean a whole lot right now. They're going to be a talented, well-coached club, and we're going to have to play good. And if we play good and execute and step up in some big moments, don't let the moment be too big for us, when it matters. I feel confident going in, and that's just what we need to do. It's really about us, Neal. We play good. I feel good about what the results will show. And if we don't, then it's likely to be more of the same.
Yeah, Vanderbilt, all they have is number 1 overall pick, spinning no hitters and stuff like that. So yeah, that's no problem to go up against. But Jordon, as you look at it with this baseball game and kind of what you said, what do you do as a staff? When you talk about these big moments and making big mistakes, certainly that spin the course of a baseball game. What do you do from a coaching perspective to kind of make your mark on that and to say, hey guys, I mean, the bottom line is a scoreboard's a truth teller, and we got to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. The scoreboard is the truth teller. If you look at last weekend, if you add up the runs, we outscored them for the weekend, and we outhit them by I think 9. But we lost 3 games. So what's hampering us right now is the big play and the big spot. The 2-out error, the leadoff walk, the not getting the guy in from third with less than 2 outs. I mean, that's what's showing up for us right now. And individually we talk and have talked for a long time about just making sure that we stay with our routines individually and make sure that our mental process is right, so we allow ourselves to execute in big spots. But as a group, this is part of the process of building this program. We don't have guys that are used to winning at the Division I level. We don't have any really that have ever done, and that's something that we got to get past. Do I believe that they think they can win? Yeah, because they've shown they can win against some quality opponents. But to be able to do that consistently, that's the separator. To show up every day, every pitch, every inning, and expect to have success and execute and manage the level of locked in and focus with the stress of high high leverage situations, just being able to handle it. And the more that we're in them, the more that we'll start to succeed in those situations. So we're staying the course, but also reinforcing the fact that the scoreboard is what matters at the end of the day. I don't really care that we out-hit them or outscored them. In aggregate last weekend, we lost 3 times, and you are what your record says you are. And last weekend we're 1-3, and we need to be better than that. But our guys are doing a great job. I haven't lost an ounce of faith in them. I think a lot of the progress we've made as an offense, battling with 2 strikes, we're doing a really good job. We're up over 100 walks now. A lot of our pitchers making big progress. The areas that we need to clean up are the back end of the pitching staff and our defense. We got to play better defense. That's something that I want us to take pride in. That when I'm an assistant, my teams have always done, and we need to get that going here. So hopefully that starts today at practice, but definitely on Friday with the opener.
Absolutely. Well, Jordon, as always, we certainly do appreciate the time. And remember, on Friday, ESPN Plus, Golden Grizzlies and UIC, you can check out that progress that Coach Banfield is talking about firsthand. So fire up the app and give it a watch. And remember, you can keep up all season long with Golden Grizzlies on ESPN Plus. Jordon, again, thank you for your time. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Neal. See you soon, man. Appreciate it.